Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, JW here. Hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and a new year, or whatever you're celebrating. We are of course back today with the European PAX timed scenario. It's just a matter of time. Alpine Zoo, best time 42.49. I do actually beat that, really proud of that. Time limits 1 hour 20 on easy. Just the description there about looking like the Matterhorn. We're unlocking the golden ibex statue. Let's get stuck in. I'm going to cut here. It takes ages to load in. So there we go. We're already loaded in. It takes a good couple of minutes to load in. So this one, there's a lot of trial and error to get a method that works. But once it does work, it's actually really easy. So a little bit of a conundrum. Probably hear my cat sort of interrupting me every so often with meow. So first of all, what we're going to do when it actually loads the UI, there we go. We need 20 habitat species, which we've already got 12. They need to have 75% welfare minimum. We need a small steam train ride, 3,000 guests, yearly profit, and something else at the bottom. First of all, what we're going to do is the Africa habitat. Change the glass to one-way glass. Then in infrastructure, nope, what are we doing? Okay, then get rid of any shops or stalls or whatever that aren't making money. So everything what's in a minus, get rid of it. And there's my cat. So anything that's not making money, get rid of it. Any drink stalls, any food stalls, any information stalls, any merchandise, just get rid of it. If it's not making money, of course. Yeah, there was one that I couldn't delete for some reason. Bernie's Bakes 1. I just could not delete it. Not that it affected the outcome anyway, but... yeah! Cat's talking to me. So we're just deleting all of these, and then we're going to go back to the Africa zone, if I recall correctly. Of course, I record the voiceovers afterwards. Toilets, start charging for your toilets. $1, synchronise them. Yeah, it just would not let me delete that Bernie's Bakes for some bizarre reason. Oh, now we're doing the badger next. So change the glass on the badger habitat to one way. Get rid of that food tray because the badgers can't use it. And add a food bowl and a water station. I'm looking for the badgers and they're all in the burrow, which I can't get into. The enrichment's fine, so I don't need to add anything there. Yep, back to the Africa zone. That solar panel, move it across to the other side of the path. It'll all make sense, don't worry. Next up, lemurs. They are missing shelter and enrichment. So give them some shelter and give them some food enrichment. And they're going to be happy little lemurs. So back in the Africa habitat, move that shelter. We're going to add another shelter in between, just a smaller one, because we are going to be adding a lot of animals into this habitat, so there needs to be enough shelter for all of them. Add heaters to the area of that habitat where there isn't heaters. Getting back in the swing of recording is difficult. So get rid of all the transformers apart from the ones right at the top of the mountain. So in here we need to add, I think I end up adding a wind turbine, yeah. Just there. Just so it covers as much of that as possible. And I do forget the path, but I'll go back to it when I get the notification. This one, probably going to have to replace it with 2 wind turbines, because obviously it needs to cover the 2 habitats. I do remember the path for those ones. Just looking for other transformers. Power transformers, not transformers. Find no Optimus Primes on this map. Wind turbine there. Now, exhibits. Oh no, work zones, my mistake. Yes, delete your medieval area work zone. Then go on to exhibits and get rid of them all. Delete every single exhibit. And then the animals, we're going to trade them as a quick trade for just over $8,000, I think it comes in at. Yeah. Any remaining stalls or shops up on the medieval area, get rid of them. Replace anything that's been vandalised because people are slobs. Keep losing the Africa zone. Timberwolves, right. So as you can see, there's a power gap there. Oh, no, we're buying animals, right. African buffalo. Springbok. Pronghorn. I think I tried for a giraffe, but I can't get one. Yeah. Warthog. Black wildebeest. Okapi. And sable antelope. And a red-ruffed lemur if you can get one now, if not get one later on. Move all of these animals to a quarantine. I go for that one there because it's just the nearest one at the time. Next then, wind turbine at this side of the Africa habitat, the left hand side if you're looking at it face on. Just making sure that that negative area doesn't go anywhere near the guests because nobody wants that. You're going to want to add a food stall, a drink stall, a merchandise stall, and a toilet. And then ATMs, of course. Some not conservation, recycling bins. Lord, you can tell I haven't recorded for a while. I do apologise, guys. Staff room. Large staff room over there, and that will be for the vendors and the cleaners, which we're going to get in a moment. And then just behind here, another staff room. Doesn't necessarily need to be a large staff room, but might as well. Better to have too much than not enough. Talk points. You're going to want to place down 6 talk points all around the Africa habitat. Set your species and make sure they're set 2 months apart. So January, March, May, July, so on and so forth. Obviously, there are only 3 species in there at the moment, so you can only select the 3 species. So just set the dates for the other one. Don't set the species yet. We'll come to that later on. Add a few more donation boxes because this area is going to get pretty busy. Going to want to create a new work zone which covers the ATMs, the food, drink, toilet and merchandise, and that one staff room. Then we're going to hire 10 caretakers, 1 mechanic, and 4 educators. Move 5 of the cleaners and some of the vendors from the medieval zone into the work zone we just created, as well as the mechanic. And then create another work zone, add the talk points and that other staff room, and then add your educators to that work zone. Next, change the staff room perks to either staff healthcare or rec room. I go for healthcare this time, I think, yeah. And then make sure all the power sources we replaced are in their respective work zones. Like so. There we go, just got the notification that there's a missing path. Path was having none of it. There we go. Don't adjust the ticket prices yet. They'll level themselves out. Vets, hire 2 vets, because there just aren't enough vets. And then any other work zone, unassigned work zone staff, assign them to a work zone. I do make a couple of mistakes here. I assign, I think, a couple of keepers to work zones that don't actually have animals, so I get the notification about that. It's just a bit of trial and error. I suppose you could spend a few more minutes studying the work zones to see which ones have got exhibits, habitats rather, or not. So we've got our 20 different habitat species. 4 animal talks is the other criteria. There we go, so work zone 5 doesn't have any habitats, so and start moving your animals across once quarantine's been cleared. So all the animals except for the lemur will go into the Africa habitat. The lemur will of course go into the lemur habitat. And perhaps it's just coincidence, or maybe someone from Frontier has been watching my videos, but this time I can't do the remember your education and donation, because we don't need to put any education down. So we can now assign our other species to these talk points. It's a very beautiful map, this one actually. I really like it. It's just a shame that it's so tricky to build on, which is why we're not building on it. So we're now going to complete the steam train ride. Just go around the river in the middle of the map. More towards the edge really, I've just seen the border on the left hand side. Then you can cut across a little bit onto that island here. And then at a certain point you'll be able to see the station that you're going to be connecting to. And then just auto complete it. There you go. You don't need to open it. So we've done our small steam train transport. We're about to get 3,000 guests. Maybe. Something's just ticked. Adjust your ticket prices. There we go, 3,000 guests. I say it as 50 for adults, 45 for children. Which is still a lot of money, but got to get that golden statue somehow. So I'm just going round, making sure everything's okay. There's not a lot to do here, really. It's just a case of waiting for the talks to take place and for the profit to tick off. So we've got 2 out of the 4 talks. Now we've got all the talks, we just need the profit, which won't take that long, thankfully. So we've got a profit of 3,500. That's going to fluctuate up and down for a little bit, and then eventually it does sort of steady itself. I'm just seeing what my expenses are. Suppose you could fire some of the staff that aren't assigned. Save yourself maybe a couple of thousand. Ah, so I do get another giraffe. I'm just checking to see the habitation requirements, and you can have up to 4 males and 8 females, which is absolutely fine. So I get this male giraffe and Gemsbok. And I just move them into the Africa habitat. Hoping that that will bring more guests in, which will bring more money in, which does seem to work. So perhaps that's something you may need to try if you're at this point and thinking, I've done everything, but I've not ticked all the requirements yet. What can I do? Check finances. We're at good profit now, nearly at the requirements. So we're at 17,000. That's going to keep climbing to 18. But of course, we've got to wait for it to become January for it to count. Now we're 18, so we've ticked it off. But we've got to wait for it to get to January. So it's just a case of waiting around. It's November anyway. Lots of exciting things coming to the channel. I hope you're all looking forward to it. I certainly am. And thank you for all your comments on the other videos as well. Here we go. 31st. And the 1st of January. There we go. 34 minutes and 8 seconds. Completed. Gold star. Gold ibex statue. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Bye bye for now.